You may know Kris as a regular on Mr. Beast. And currently, Kris is in the news and everywhere because there's tons of allegations of Kris speaking to young boys. Now, there's been a ton of grooming allegations swirling around, and I was looking into it, so I put this video together to show you exactly what's out there, and it's disgusting.
So I've never watched, I don't think, a single episode of Mr. Beast. I have so much respect for Mr. Beast and what he's been able to develop his platform. All of those things are incredibly great. I just caught wind of this foolery that has gone on. I guess one of the male hosts or people who are co-hosting on his page, or a friend, or whatever this person is involved with Mr. Beast, has now turned to be transgender. I think it happened a while ago, but some crazy news is coming out about this person not only transitioning in an awkward, weird way, leaving his family, his wife, and everybody, now messing with little boys. I'm telling y'all, there are some people that probably feel on the inside that they're in the wrong body, but most of these people are falling with this sexuality and a fetish. They just nasty, freaky people, and it manifests in being transgender. This video is brought to you by Public Square, Are you tired of all the virtue signaling that's going on when you're simply just trying to buy products? Progressive corporate America are pushing messages that further alienates conservative Americans while eroding the future of the American dream. It's prominent all over the country. Retailers are selling chest binders and tuck-friendly bathing clothes for children. Corporations are pressuring their employees to conform to the woke DEI policies. Banks are canceling customers. Users being deplatformed by big tech, or gender ideology being forced on you while trying to enjoy a beer. Thankfully, we don't have to deal with this. We don't have to spend our hard-earned money on these crazy corporations. That's why I believe God created Public Square. It's very simple. All you got to do is stop spending your money with these crazy companies and go over to Public Square, where you can find all of your favorite products with companies that believe in your values. So it doesn't matter if you're looking for a pellet smoker, or you're trying to find athletic clothes, you're trying to find clean skincare products. It doesn't matter. Corporations that believe in your values are found right on publicsquare.com. Link will be in the description section. Shop your values. Forget these corporations that don't believe in the American dream. Like and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell so you get notification anytime I go live, make a video. Y'all already know what to do. Let's get into this. All right, let's talk about this real quick. There's a gentleman, I freaking love his commentary. This dude is incredibly funny. If you are in the gym faking pictures, faking weights and lifting, and you're a dirtbag, he's going to call you out and put you on blast. Love his content. I think his last name is Dorsey or something like that. I'll put the link in the description section. His name is escaping me. Love his content. And he did probably the best, minute clip of this whole fiasco with this person named Kris. Now, Kris is now changing his name to Ava. The little bit of information that I have just from me seeing this in passing a while ago is that when he was a man, he worked with Mr. Beast, and he ended up transitioning over a short period of time. A little bit of weirdness here and there, and then finally you see the person that looked like this, leaves his wife and his kids behind. I believe he had kids. Leaves his wife and the kids behind to live a life as a tranny. Now, Mr. Beast didn't take him off originally. It just got awkward for everybody because now Kris is Ava, and it's super awkward. But with the woke world that we live in, everybody was embracing it, and I bet Mr. Beast felt like he was going to lose his whole channel if he somehow alluded to discriminating against a man who wants to be trans. But I say this 1,000 times in a row. There are people that may feel this way on the inside, and they may convert, and this is what they want to do with their life. It makes them feel better. Most of these people are sexually deviant, some of which because they were abused as young people, or whatever the case may be. But a lot of these people that are transitioning, they have a fetish, and they got some other stuff going on, and it's always circulated around sexual stuff. You rarely see these people that are getting in trouble for other things other than sexual deviancy. And in this case, it's the worst case that I have seen outside of this person physically taking advantage of a kid, and we may find out later that that's what happened. But right now, it's such an embarrassing thing. Mr. Beast has completely removed this person from the Mr. Beast network, which is a great thing because Mr. Beast is one of the greatest people to live, in my opinion, when it comes to philanthropic behavior. But let me get to this real quick. My homie is getting ready to cut him down with evidence of this person being a pedo, allegedly.
Kris Tyson. Welcome to the show. So this is Kris Tyson, aka Ava Kris Tyson. You may know Kris as a regular on Mr. Beast. And currently, Kris is in the news and everywhere because there's tons of allegations of Kris speaking to young boys. Now, there's been a ton of grooming allegations swirling around, and I was looking into it, so I put this video together to show you exactly what's out there, and it's fucking disgusting. Let's lead with this half apology that Kris posted yesterday. I would like to apologize for my past behavior or comments if it hurt or offended anyone. It was not my intent. Seeing recent events, we've mutually decided it's best I permanently step away from all things Mr. Beast. Well, guys, I assure you, it's not just allegations and fake feelings that got hurt that would make somebody quit their entire career. So here it is. This is a screen recording with Kris Tyson talking to a, at the time, 14-year-old boy from Kris's Twitter account. The 14-year-old boy asks how his video is turning out. This is a video posted in 2019. I barely had screen time. I wish you could see more of me. The 14-year-old says, I wish I was in a video. Kris says, maybe soon though. When you're a little older, I can introduce you to everybody. Little boy says, that would be awesome. Kris says, your birthday's coming up, isn't it? You're turning, the little boy says, 14.
So this kid is 13. This dude, Kris, is talking to a 13-year-old boy. You know how y'all have no idea how mad this makes me. It's not my life, and I don't know none of these people, but I got a 13-year-old son. If a grown man was talking to my son like this, like the fury that I'd feel on the inside would probably overtake me. Let me let him finish.
Kris says, what do you want? I could give you anything. I could spoil you. Look at my snap. I love you. Kris is 23 or 24 years old at the time of that conversation. You're cooked, bud.
There are tons of...
Here's another influencer. I don't know his name. I just saw the clip come out. He had 15 million subscribers. We'll put the link to everybody's stuff in my bio. So you'll see it. You'll see their content. You can follow them. You can go watch the full videos. I do want to give credit to content creators because I know as a content creator, you don't want nobody just taking your material and not giving you any respect and props. But this guy is a way bigger YouTuber than me. Y'all probably recognize him. He got like 15 million subscribers. But he goes through and gives a little bit more evidence of this situation than the first guy did.
Screenshots to showcase exactly what was being said to someone who was between 13 and 14 years old at the time, and it's gross. It's completely unacceptable. Some of them were just public tweets right under everyone's nose. So Ava Tyson was an adult at this point. Lava was a child. And saying things like, I posted some fire nudes for you, please no share. And then other like, but not $5, pathetic JK kissy face. They seem to communicate a lot, even sending Snapchats. So here's one that says, coming for America. Since all of the tweets have been deleted, it makes it very difficult to find the times that they communicated with Shadman or talked about Shadman and the art. But I did find this from Mudahar's video, who went to the Wayback Machine and showcased this tweet. And Mudahar censored it because the character does not appear to be over the age of 18. That actual fucking lunatic drew porn of an 8-year-old girl. That's not hearsay or anything. That is something that actually happened. And you know what's even crazier? I talked about this on stream. There's a clip from a Mr. Beast video where there is Shadman art hanging on the wall belonging to Ava Tyson.
Now, we're going to get back to the next clip. But everybody that's out here gaslighting people and saying that you're transphobic because you notice something odd about Kris on Mr. Beast. I remember before any of this stuff came out, I remember when people were talking about it and I was like, dang, that's weird. Why would this dude do that? Then I found out he had a wife and everything and I'm like, dude, that's even weirder. Why would this guy do this to his wife? Why would he do his wife like that, bro? Like the urge for you to randomly become a woman shouldn't supersede the woman that you love and that you married. And then I said to myself, when people do stuff like that and they hurt other people, they are doing something they're not supposed to be doing. It's rare that somebody comes out the closet and they've been married for so many years and all this stuff, and they're not into some like fetish sexual stuff. It's very rare, man. And I don't have the facts to prove it. I feel like my instincts is right about these things. I see so many stories like this. They come out, they do all this stuff, and it's because they got some sexual appeal fetish. Many times, some of these guys have such a, I don't know, sexual, I don't know, deviancy towards women that they want to become a woman. Like they want to, they're so sexually deviant about women that they want to be women themselves because they like the way women, they envy women. They like the way women are treated by men, and they want that attention, and it's some weird sexual stuff that go on with these people. And that's why I'm not shocked when they go, Kris was doing all this other stuff. Yeah, because this is not a person genuinely feeling like that they're in the wrong body. It's something else going on. And the gentleman here exposed the fact that the media try to gaslight you about these people. It's just like the drag queen story hours. What grown person want to dress up like that and to talk to little kids? Like something ain't right. No grown person want to dress in drag to read stories to kids, especially if they're professional drag queens. That means that you at the drag show and you know what stuff going in drag shows. That's adult performance entertainment. You ain't just, I just want to give awareness to little kids. Something wrong with you. You say something about that, the media comes out and lies and gaslights us and make it seem like it's a homophobic. Listen to my boy.
This type of shit right here. Rolling Stone author Charisma Matarang is bad faith journalism. So yesterday we talked about Kris Tyson, a Mr. Beast cast member that's been accused now of grooming several young boys. Has nothing to do with gender, sexual identity, politics, religion, height, weight, hair color. Why is this the headline? Ava Kris Tyson steps away from all things Mr. Beast amid transphobic. If I read just that headline and stopped reading, I would think that Kris left because people were being mean to Kris.
Me too. And so would you.
And then if I read only your story, I would read and say, oh, well, the groomed child refuted the claim, so I guess that's fine. Except the fact that since that article's come out, there's been other young boys that Kris groomed that have come forward, like this one. And this one. But Charisma, you spent a majority of this article talking about how the kid that was groomed refutes that he was groomed. And I gave you the benefit of the doubt yesterday, and I said, well, maybe tomorrow she'll update and put this information in for the other children that Kris groomed. And what do I know? You did update it. And you made no comment about any additional victims and just talked about how Mr. Beast had fired Ava.
All right, so let me finish this because that was the end of that clip pretty much. But it doesn't matter. Give me the big screen. It doesn't matter if the kid comes out as a 20-year-old and says, I wasn't groomed or anything by this person. You don't talk like that. And there was other way worse text messages. I didn't have the time to go and pop them up on the screen. I just wanted to get the information out as quickly as I could and give some kind of validation to it. But there was so many more text messages that were weird, right? Using sexual words, and even that you just saw the anime child weirdness stuff, nudity stuff. You know, that stuff was incredibly weird. But the problem is that you can't say, well, the kid don't think nothing happened to him, so it's totally fine. That's not how it works. A lot of times when somebody's abusing you, it's like Stockholm syndrome. You become attracted to the abuser. You start to tell yourself a story of how the abuser isn't really abusing you. And you start making excuses for him. Then you start feeling sorry for him. Then you start defending them against other people. That's why the law is very clear that you are knowingly and intentionally attempting to do whatever with the minor. The young people aren't developed yet. And I'll say this too. When you're a kid, you don't know how adults think. Let me give you an example. When you're a kid and you have not been sexually involved, meaning you do not have sex or anything like that, your mind isn't sexual. It's not sexualized. When you're an adult, your mind is sexualized. So when an adult, see, the kid may not know they're being targeted, Because an adult may say, hey, I'll do anything for you, like the text message. I'll do anything for you. I'm going to spoil you. The adult is thinking something dirty. The kid don't have the concept of that yet. So they just thinking, oh, you'll spoil me. Oh, cool, whatever. When they start saying, oh, I got a bunch of nudes or something like that, I mean, a kid is like, oh, that's kind of interesting. Maybe the person like me. They don't see that this person is a predator. And they're trying to loop you into something and get you caught up in a lifestyle and a cycle so they can then further abuse you. But as a kid, you don't get that. That's why there is no excuse if a 20-year-old comes out and say, oh, no, I don't feel like he groomed me at all. Just the mere conversation with a 13-year-old and you were 20-something is insane. 13-year-olds are little kids. Now, my son about 6'1" and he 13. He just happened to be a big kid. But like normal 13-year-olds are little bitty kids. And they look like little kids. These are prepubescent children. They still have voices like children. They think like children. What would make you even have a conversation with a kid? Man, well, first of all, they shouldn't be able to contact you on Instagram. Man, I remember a kid called into the radio show one time. The kid was with the kid's parents. There's been times that I've reached out to, or not reached out to them directly, that I made mention on my YouTube videos that there were brave young people in the school system that stood up against them. I need to talk to your parents. I don't want the kid to respond to me. I don't need to talk to a kid. You're a kid. I want to talk to your parents. And I have to get the permission from your parents for me to have you interview you on the show. I think I interviewed somebody one time or something like that. But I had to have the permission of the parents. What was that kid that we interviewed? He was in high school, I think. Remember the kid in Australia? Not in Australia, in Canada? He's a Canadian-American citizen. How old was he? He was young. He was underage, wasn't he? He was under 18?
Yeah, he was in high school.
Oh, whatever the case may be. I talked to his parents. I think he was in high school. I talked to his parents first and made sure it was okay with them. And then we had an interview on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what would make an adult think it's okay to even communicate with a kid directly like that? I don't get it. I never will get it. But the problem to me is not only did the person act a certain way, because who cares how you act, is that they want to cover up the dirty deeds of people who are in this lifestyle. They want to cover it up and act like it never happened. Anyway, I'm done talking. I'll see y'all on the next one. I'm out.